So how will this hackathon actually work? Well, we're going to really tackle four big questions. And at each stage, you're going to have the chance to contribute your ideas, to really stretch your imagination, and learn from a lot of other folks as well. First off, we're going to identify the limits of Management 1.0. We want to dig deep into our legacy management processes and systems and really understand the ways in which these things make our organizations often less adaptable than the people who work within them. What is it about the way we lead and manage and distribute power, make decisions, that makes our organizations often inertial, incremental, insipid, and occasionally even irresponsible? We're not looking for palliatives or band-aids, so we have to go deep here. We have to get at the root causes and make sure that as we hack management, we're really working on those fundamental things that limit our organizations today. Second, we're going to uncover the deep principles that we find on the web. Why is it that in many ways the web is more adaptable and innovative and engaging than our organizations? We know that the principles we find on the web are not the principles that are behind Management 1.0. It is not standardization and specialization and hierarchy. There's a new set of principles that are fueling the social revolutions that we see all across the web. We're going to together define those, understand those, and then really ask, how do we operationalize those inside of our organizations? Along the way, to get inspired, the third thing we're going to do is really to draw some lessons and draw some inspiration from today's vanguard organizations. We're going to look at where the bleeding edge is because we want to go beyond the bleeding edge. Our goal is to innovate, but we want to kind of baseline, look at the companies that we think are most progressive, who are using the web in powerful new ways, not only to support collaboration, not only to move information around, but to fundamentally change the way decisions are made or how power gets assigned, how teams get formed, even who's in control. Finally, we're going to turn to the real work of hacking. How do we build some really high impact, but also kind of risk-bounded management hacks? You know, in any form of innovation, you have to be both revolutionary and evolutionary, and that's what we're going to try to be here. We want some really bold ideas, but as we hack management, we're all going to be working to find ways where we can start to change our organizations where we are within our own sphere of influence. So the hacks have to be both radical and practical, bold, but yet kind of doable, and that's going to be our challenge. The goal at the end of this is to have a whole bunch of hacks, kind of experimental designs even, that we can take back, we can start deploying in our organizations, using all the learning that we collectively contribute to start this very important migration path from Management 1.0 to Management 2.0. So we think of the hackathon not as just a 100-meter sprint, it's a marathon. Well, maybe it's a marathon made up of several sprints. So each week we're going to be posting some new challenges, or each couple of weeks new challenges. There'll be plenty of time for conversation and for building on one another's ideas. We're going to have some great coaches, some real experts in management and the web providing their inputs as we go along. We'll be contributing foundational content, thought primers, and so on to really move the process along. But fundamentally, you and your passion for creating organizations that are far more capable than the ones we have today, that's what's going to drive the hackathon. Along the way, I can assure you, you are going to learn to be an inspired management innovator. Your capacity to change things in your organization, to punch more than your weight, that is going to go up, I can assure you. And you'll be able to learn from a lot of other inspired souls and draw, I think, both learning but also real courage from their examples. So I hope you'll get involved. I think it's bound to be an enormously exciting journey where we're really testing in this way our ability to work together across organizations with all of our different experience and our different skill sets to solve a really fundamental problem, to reinvent the technology of human accomplishment. Welcome to the hackathon. I look forward to seeing you online and being part of this conversation.